Guess what? We're about to have an exciting time reviewing the pronominal verbs. If you're very, very lucky, you will hear Mr. Putinha teaching Spanish in the background. Do you really know the pronominal verbs? Okay, let's learn them in both the present tense and the Passé Composé. First of all, you need to be able to find the pronominal verbs section in your book. In Bon Voyage 2, it's on page 48 and 55. Now you'll recall I also give you a handout called Révision F Vocabulary. It was actually Révision, not Revision. That sheet of paper has a list of pronomical, I don't think so, pronominal verbs as well. So here are the words from that sheet. Se réveiller, se lever, se laver, se brosser les dents, se laver les cheveux, se coucher, se peigner, s'appeler, se dépêcher, se maquiller, se raser. Now you know what? You have to know what these verbs mean for your test. You absolutely have to know. Okay, I'm trying to make this, that's not going to work. Here, I'm going to go like this to make it fit for you. Okay. You have to know what these mean. Also, there are a couple of them that change spellings when they're conjugated. Se lever changes spelling. So does s'appeler. The nous and the vous forms of s'appeler have two L's. What happens with se lever? The nous and the vous forms have an E just like this E here, but all the other forms have an accent grave on the E. You have to know them. You have to know how to conjugate them, and you have to know how to say to get up. Somebody needs to be able to block out the left side of the screen and say, quick, how do you say to brush your teeth? And you have to be able to say se brosser les dents. Okay, so let's conjugate a few of these in the present tense, all right? And let's move this little puppy out of the way because it's about to drive me crazy. Let's conjugate a few in the present tense. First, you have to know the reflexive pronouns. Do you know these? Me, te, se, nous, vous, ce. Now, if you want, if it makes it easier for you, we can look at them paired up with the personal pronouns that they go with. So we have we have me that goes with je, te goes with tu. Oh, good Lord. Somebody must have been tired while they were making this last night. We have ce that goes with il. We have ce that goes with elle. We have nous that goes with nous. We have vous that goes with vous. We have ce that goes with il plural and ce that goes with elle plural, right? Just say right. Okay, thank you. That's right. All right, I'm going to fix this. I'm doing it in a weird way, aren't I? Okay, can you hear those noisy people in Mr. Putinha's class in the background? Alrighty, so make sure you know these. Cold, my friends, cold. Alrighty. Oh, Mr. Putinha's class is kind of crazy. They're talking about the end of the world. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's conjugate se réveiller, se lever, and se brosser les cheveux. Let's start with se réveiller. Je me réveille, tu te réveilles, il se réveille, elle se réveille, nous nous réveillons, vous vous réveillez, il se réveille, elle se réveille. Let's look at se lever. I don't like the way that looks. There we go. Se lever. We have se lever. That didn't work out so great either, did it? Okay, se lever. Notice the E here. It is the same in the nous form and in the vous form, but not in the others. Repeat after me. Je me lève, tu te lèves, il se lève, elle se lève, nous nous levons, vous vous levez, il se lève, elle se lève. Now let's look at se brosser les dents. Je me brosse les dents, tu te brosses les dents, there we go. Il se brosse les dents, elle se brosse les dents, nous nous brossons les dents, vous vous brossez les dents, il se brosse les dents, elle se brosse les dents. Okay, that was fairly simple, right? A reflexive pronoun gets in there between the personal pronoun and the verb. Here's our personal pronoun, here's a verb. That reflexive pronoun goes right there in the middle. All right, let's talk about how to make the present tense negative. So if you want to make your reflexive verb negative, the ne pas goes around the personal pronoun and the conjugated verb. Another way of saying it is that the ne goes before the reflexive pronoun and the pas goes after the verb. Let's look at a few. Here we have the ne before the reflexive pronoun and the pas goes after the verb. Alrighty? So we have se réveiller. Je ne me réveille pas. Tu ne te réveilles pas. Il ne se réveille pas. Elle ne se réveille pas. Nous ne nous réveillons pas. Vous ne vous réveillez pas. Il ne se réveille pas. Elle ne se réveille pas. And what about se lever? Je ne me lève pas. Tu ne te lèves pas. Il ne se lève pas. Elle ne se lève pas. Nous ne nous levons pas. Vous ne vous levez pas. Il ne se lève pas. Elle ne se lève pas. What does it mean? Tu ne te lèves pas? It means you don't get up. Ils ne se lèvent pas? They don't get up. Let's do se brosser les dents. Je ne me brosse pas les dents. Ew, disgusting. Tu ne te brosses pas les dents. Il ne se brosse pas les dents. Nous ne nous brossons pas les dents. Vous ne vous brossez pas les dents. Il ne se brosse pas les dents. If you practice saying these, the order that it go in will become automatic. You won't have to think, I have to put the ne before the personal pronoun and the pas. Sorry. I have to put the ne before the reflexive pronoun and the pas after the verb. You won't even have to think that way. It will just come naturally to you. Okay, so we have talked about those in the present. Now we're going to talk about reflexive verbs or pronominal verbs. Same thing, different words for it, in the passé composé. All right, we're going to move on to the passé composé then, and we're going to just recall that when we use the passé composé with a pronominal verb, we have to use être. And because we're using être, we are going to have agreement in number and gender. Now, when I say je, I'm just going to assume that I'm a female because I am. And when I say tu, I'm going to assume that you are a male. I hope that's all right with you. And when I say vous, I'm going to assume I'm talking to more than one person. Okay, so we have se réveiller. Je me suis réveillé. Tu t'es réveillé. Il s'est réveillé. Nous nous sommes réveillés. Vous vous êtes réveillés. Ils se sont réveillés. All right? You don't hear the extra E and you don't hear the S, but they're very important. Oh, we forgot. Elle s'est réveillée. Elles se sont réveillées. Now let's look at se lever in the passé composé. Je me suis levé. Tu t'es levé. Il s'est levé. Elle s'est levée. Nous nous sommes levés. Vous vous êtes levés. Ils se sont levés. Elles se sont levées. Let's look at se peigner. Je me suis peigné. Tu t'es peigné. Il s'est peigné. Elle s'est peignée. Nous nous sommes peignés. Vous vous êtes peignés. Ils se sont peignés. Elles se sont peignées. Pretty easy, right? Now let's make the passé composé negative. All right? It's the same thing, my friends. All you have to do is put the ne before the reflexive pronoun and the pas after the conjugated verb. Je ne me suis pas réveillé. Tu ne t'es pas réveillé. Il ne s'est pas réveillé. Elle ne s'est pas réveillée. Nous ne nous sommes pas réveillés. Vous ne vous êtes pas réveillés. Ils ne se sont pas réveillés. Elles ne se sont pas réveillées. I obviously forgot to highlight the pas on that side. Let's look at se lever. Je ne me suis pas levé. Tu ne... Oh, goodness, there's a lovely error. Tu ne t'es pas levé. Il ne s'est pas levé. Elle ne s'est pas levée. Nous ne nous sommes pas levés. Vous ne vous êtes pas levés. Ils ne se sont pas levés. Elles ne se sont pas levées. I know you guys love this sentence here. It just makes you feel so happy, doesn't it? Let's do it again. Nous ne nous sommes pas levés. Let's do it again. Nous ne nous sommes pas levés. Let's look at se peigner in the negative. Je ne me suis pas peigné. Tu ne... Oh, good Lord, that's terrible. Tu ne t'es pas peigné. Il ne s'est pas peigné. Elle ne s'est pas peignée. Nous ne nous sommes pas peignés. Vous ne vous êtes pas peignés. Ils ne se sont pas peignés. Elles ne se sont pas peignées. Alrighty then, that's the end of it. Please use the printout from this video to practice this stuff. Very important. Thank you so much. Goodbye.